Happy Sunday.
Hello, good morning. happy
How you guys
Sunday,
doing?
Sunday,
How you guys doing this morning? Are you up and at it?
Gosh, I hope so. It's, 10:30 our time.
Yeah, I know it's, well, it kind of can be this thing where, on Sundays, there's a sense in our culture just to kind of hang out or do
It's a day of rest.
It is a day of rest, you're right.
Yeah.
But it's also good to head to service,
Yep.
being with others, and that's what life's all about. We'll get some rest in a little bit later.
Absolutely.
So, and probably a little bit of I can't help it. Already this morning, after my quiet time, I was working on some stuff here for the businesses. Can't help it.
I know.
So I know we'll probably wind up doing some stuff together.
Later today, yes.
Later today together. It's kind of fun. Maybe we can go out and someplace fun and sit and work on stuff too.
Sure.
I don't know. It's a beautiful day here in Indianapolis, Indiana. What's it like where you're at? All right. Let us know here. Give us down in the comments here. Good to see you guys. Welcome, boys. Good to see you. Hey, on that,
Yes.
just a couple of my conversations this week, and talking with guys, and I'm hearing guys that want to work at husbands and wives. They want to work with their wives. They want to work together.
Your private coaching guys? Yes.
Yeah, I mean more of that because I had some interviews with some guys, considering bringing them on, and one of the guys we did, and what I'm hearing more is the guys want to work together with their
wives.
Yeah,
sure.
But I'm also hearing that they talk to their buddies or talk to their family or friends and that kind of stuff, that they're told, no, you can't work with your wife. It just won't work out. That'd be crazy. Do you guys hear that? Do you guys ever get that? Which I came right out and it's just being me. I said, that's a lie. I came right out. I think I blew some of them back. But it is a lie. There's nothing better and stronger than working with your wife. In fact, that's how it was meant to be. The more, we kind of got caught up in our society here where, you got the husband working, wife working, dad's working over here, mom's working over there.
Yeah, you're like separate for 8-10 hours a day.
Right. Which just really just separates the family up, which more importantly, I know that's, we can, talk about that kind of stuff, but that just divides your strength. I mean, there's nothing stronger than working with your wife. You and your wife together as a team, you're unbeatable. You just can't be beat.
Nope.
And that's why there's so much in our society in this life
that
wants to separate that. Now there are challenges because the odds are opposites attract. Remember when
opposites do attract.
so you both have different skill sets, and you are opposite. Contrary to popular belief today too, there's a man and there's a woman, and you were created that way. And we can do all we want to try to make our little boys act like little girls and our little girls act like little boys, but there always will be men and women. It's just this.
Christy Graff said it really good the other day. Christy Graff, it was our first female plumber on Potty Talk Live, and she just did a great job. But her parting words of advice was, ladies, if you get in the plumbing trade, work hard. Work as hard as the guys do, and do your job well.
Run with the boys.
Run with the guys. But when you clock out, when you're done, be feminine. You're still a lady, so it's okay to still be feminine and be a girl. So I just love that.
And I think she'd give any guy a run for his money, doing the work. But here's a woman. So there's that strength. So we bring those skills and strengths, and you're a woman. Guys, be a guy, and that means standing up and being a guy. I mean, there's a lot there. But just on the point of just working together as a husband and wife, we've done it for over 25 years.
We have.
And
almost 25 years, because we'll be married 25 years this January. So
that's
almost
true,
20. Yeah, but from the very beginning we did.
Right.
And boy, oh boy, in the beginning, it was a bit of a challenge to navigate those waters, because we're both pretty strong-willed.
And you want that, guys. You want a strong woman. You want a strong wife.
And may I say, ladies, you want that as well. You want your husband to be strong. Don't emasculate him, right? Yeah. You want your husband to be strong. You want him to be a strong leader. So, but in the beginning, it was tough. It was hard to figure out those lines. It was hard to figure out the roles, and we butted heads a lot in the beginning. But we've certainly figured it out. after doing it for so long.
And it's it's not a it's not a very, very difficult thing to do. The point on the good side though, there's nothing stronger. Nothing, guys. I've seen my wife. She's had my back every time. Your buddies, love your buddies. I get it. I have buddies. They won't be there the same way that your wife will be. They won't fight for you in the same way that Mama Bear will fight for you and fight for the family. It's just, you guys seen the movie 300? It's kind of like, it's just a movie, in the movie kind of thing. But that relationship there, king's got to go do what a king's got to do. And then the queen is, she's protecting the kingdom while you're gone and doing what it takes. And she has no trouble laying it down,
But she also tells her husband when he's got to go to battle, she says to him, come back with your shield or on it. That's just a strong statement of courage and a strong statement of how you build your husband up, because that's what he wants to do. He wants to go out and fight the battle and win the battle, so encourage him.
Right. So if you're a guy and a gal, husband and wife, and you're considering it, working together, first of all, that's the good in you. That is right. That's what things are meant to be. That is good. And fan those flames. We want to fan those flames for you, and you can do it. And if you do that, you team up with your wife, and in your plumbing business, you will be unbeatable. Unbeatable.
You will be a power couple.
Yep.
And then your kids get to see that as well. If you have kids, they'll get to see you guys working together, and probably will see differences, and maybe conflict. But then they'll also see how you resolve the conflict, and that gives them strength. That gives them tools for later in life on how to resolve conflict, that you can have a conflict with someone that you love very much, and then afterwards you can still come back together, love each other, respect each other. Yep. That's just great for the kids.
And guys, it's sexy. I know there's nothing sexier than winning the battle with your wife. Being out there, fighting the fight, and side by side. And it's hot.
Yes. Yeah. And then too, if you're both working on the same thing, you've got the same goals.
Right.
You've got the same focus. When you're going two different ways in two different jobs, your experiences during the vast part of your day that you're awake is different and separate. And so you can't really share so much. You can talk about it, but you don't really share it. But when you're trying to build a business and build a legacy for your family together, that's just the way to go. We think that it's for husband and wife.
Well, that's how it is. So that's our story, and we're sticking to it here. I guess we didn't mean to get off on that tangent, but it was a good tangent.
It was a good tangent.
You guys, I'm hearing that question more and more, and one of the guys even asked me point blank, can I ask you a personal question? Sure. That's So do you work with the lovely Laura? Oh yeah, we did. And that's a big secret to our success. And it will be a big secret to your success, especially for when you're starting out with your small plumbing business. A lot of you guys already feel this. It's I just can't I can't answer the phones and take care of the customers and do all the paperwork and all. It just burns you out. That's one of the big reasons why guys fail. It's just that burnout.
Yep.
And quite frankly, you don't have all those skills yourself, or you may not be as good in all of them. Doesn't mean you don't necessarily have them. You're just not. That's not your strength. And so.
And how do you do it when you're under a sink or you're in a crawl space or something? Right. How do you take a phone call? You can't.
You can't do it. You can't take advantage of those opportunities, and the customers get it. And
if you're spending money in advertising and the phone's ringing and you're not able to get it,
right. You're just throwing money down the toilet. So.
And so we did it. We had little kids when we started our plumbing business. Our daughter was 3 months old, and then we had two boys. How old were they? 5 and 9.
Yeah. In fact, our daughter, didn't she just say recently that she remembers even being as 3? Saying that you couldn't, she couldn't be loud around the office.
Yeah, when the phone rang, I just trained the kids; they had to be quiet.
Right.
And I didn't know anything about plumbing. I knew zero about plumbing, but I knew how to talk on the phone, and I knew that every call that came in meant it was important for our family. It meant groceries for our family. It meant shoes for the kids, and so I took it way more seriously than had Richard hired someone.
Right, you hired anybody. You could have another guy answering the phone that does know plumbing. They're just not going to do it as they're not going to pull that customer in just because they just don't benefit in the same kind of way. It doesn't matter how much you pay them. It doesn't matter. And on that note, you don't
Yes.
have to know about plumbing because it ain't about plumbing. At that point, it ain't about plumbing.
It's about talking the customer typically off the ledge because
Right.
they've got an emergency or they've got something to deal with that they don't know how to deal with.
They just want their life back.
Right.
And
So that was all it was. I didn't talk. Oh goodness, that person. Oh wow. Sorry, I almost saw an accident on live TV or live Facebook. So I didn't talk plumbing with them. Although sometimes do you remember the dielectric union story?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So
When you picked up, they'll start picking up things through osmosis
Right.
just from knowing the jobs and all that. So yeah, dielectric unions, water heaters is a big thing.
right. So every time a customer would call in about a problem with a water heater, I would just say, well, it's probably the dielectric unions. Well, it made me sound really smart. Even though I had no idea what I was talking about. When Richard heard me say that once to a customer,
What are you
he's like,
talking about?
what are you talking about? And I'm like, I don't know. It's dielectric unions. So for 17 years, that was a joke of our business was somebody calling a toilet leak. It's probably dielectric unions.
Right.
So
anyway, there's a point there.
There's a
good point there. The customers don't know it. It ain't about that. They just want to know that it's going to be taken care of.
Right.
So your wife, it's part of one of the concerns we hear when we coach even couples with their plumbing business. That it's just the wife doesn't know the plumbing.
Right.
And you don't need to know the plumbing.
Don't need to know.
Yeah.
Not at all. Not one single bit, because it's not about plumbing. When the customer calls in, it is not about plumbing. It's about getting their day back. That's all that matters.
There we go.
So if you can provide that service, you've gained a customer.
All right, gang. Hey, if you are considering, I guess we'll get out of this here. If you're considering working with your wife, smart, wise decision.
Yeah.
Wise decision. You'll be able to create the plumbing business that you want. You'll be unbeatable, and it's good for you.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And if you are just going to add, you just do a little shameless plug. We work with couples. We wasn't expecting to do this, but we coach. I coach, and we coach the couples with their plumbing business, with the systems and how to set things up. Not even just understanding the plumbing business, but how to set the systems up together
and how to work together. I mean,
right.
that really is our heart. Because again, we struggled. We struggled in the beginning. We didn't have a coach or a mentor to talk with, so we just kind of muddled through.
Yeah, not with the couple thing. Yeah.
Right, not with the couple thing. And so we figured it out. So now that we don't have the plumbing business anymore, that's our heart, is to help husbands and wives who do want to work together and have their plumbing business and grow and have a legacy for their family. And that's our heart for people, because that's just the best lifestyle.
Right. We love the life we're living. And I know each one of you that has a plumbing business, even though you may have fallen into your plumbing business, which what most guys do, there's still that thing in you. You want to achieve that dream, that lifestyle that you want for you and your family, and to create this asset that leaves a legacy for your family. And it's great. And you can do it.
You can do it even if you have small kids. Again,
Right.
I'm telling you can do it if you have small kids. It can be a challenge, but it is doable.
And it's never been easier.
Oh gosh, no kidding.
Technology
We
today.
didn't have, we were yellow pages still. There was
Right.
no internet when we started.
Barriers to entry.
Oh,
right.
yeah, yellow pages, and the amount of money we spent on yellow pages. Oh,
Right.
we could have put all of our kids in college, and then some.
All right, guys, there you have it. Hey, it's great talking with you guys. Hope you guys have a great Sunday.
Absolutely.
And seize your day. And if you're thinking about that, talk about that over with your wife today.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's on your heart.
Yeah, and put some comments or instant message. What's it called now? Private message us on Facebook if you have a question.
Yeah.
Happy to answer it.
All right, gang.
Okay.
Good talking with you as always. Plumb on.
Have a great Sunday, everybody.
Take care.